if you know who I am personally, you know that this person to me is like gold. I have a strict policy that I do not accept any donations from the east side of the county at all. No donations from the east side. I've only accepted one donation from the east side, and it's because I believe in this man's character. I believe in what he stands for, and that is Fred Costello. He is one of us. He lives in the district he is running in. He's not buying his way in, and I can't say the same for other two candidates, but I'll let him speak. Ladies and gentlemen, Fred Costello.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I'm honored to have your support. When I walked in, music was playing, one of my favorite songs, and I'm going to start by saying, and I'll stand up next to you and defend her still today. How many of you sit down when you hear that song? I hope from now on you'll stand up when we hear that song. I cannot sit when I hear that song, and that's why I'm running. I'm running because somebody's got to defend the freedoms that we have. If you look at this palm card, the first thing at the top where it says Fred stands for, it says Restoring America's Foundational Judeo-Christian Values. We are losing our way. We are going into socialism and globalism and elitism. We're going into the swamp. We're going into whoever has money can buy power. I want us to send one of us. I am a citizen legislator. What that means is I'm a dentist. I make my money as a dentist. It costs me money to serve. I don't make money because I serve. Now, what that means to you is I don't think you need to worry about sending someone who makes their money outside politics to represent you in Washington. We've got 3 choices in the Republican primary for Congress. 3 choices. I'm going to name names. John Ward lives in Ponte Vedra, made his money in Boston, and has said on tape that we should put Puerto Ricans back in their homes. That's what he said on tape. We've got the tape. Governor Scott disavowed it. Congressman DeSantis disavowed it. Michael Waltz lives in Washington. He's on the deed with his mother in St. Augustine. He has never voted in Florida. They're both very wealthy. You'll see them on TV all day long. You'll see mailers about them all day long. They're involved in the swamp. I ask you to care enough about the future of our country to decide Fred's got flaws, but Fred's one of us. Why do you want to elect somebody like Fred? Because I've got a record. As 8 years as mayor, you can see what I did. 4 years in the Florida House, you can see what I did. I stood for us. I saved Floridians over $1 billion in property tax. And I can defend that statement. I was the only Republican in the Florida House of Representatives that stood up and said no to that property tax increase. We cannot do it. I'm the guy that sponsored direct primary care, passed it in the House 3 times. The 4th time it passed in the House after I left, but the 5th time it passed, it finally passed the Senate. Now you can contract directly with your physician. You don't have to go through an insurance agency. You don't have to go through the government. You can contract directly with your physician. We need bold reforms in Washington. We need to shut down, terminate, eliminate federal departments of education, energy, labor, interior, housing and urban development, environmental protection agency. Do I not value our national parks? Yosemite is my wife's favorite place on the earth. Let the states take care of the parks. We don't need the federal government involved in those things. Education. Do I not care about education? Let the states have 50 labs of innovation to see who gets the best education, and the rest of the states can copy them, instead of Washington doing something that's not constitutional and telling the states what to do. I need your support because I don't have the money to buy the TV ads. So I'm going to ask you to do several things. Yes, whoever it was, I think it was Jeff that said, we need your money. We need your $20 or your $100 or your $2, whatever you've got. We need, most importantly, we need you sharing with your neighbors. Each of you knows 100 or more people. Share with them that Fred is as honest as they come. I've got a record, I can prove it. I need you to share who I am with your friends and your neighbors. Take a sign, put the sign in your yard. Talk to your barber or your whoever, whatever company you deal, your pizza man, and see if they'll put a sign in their yard. We need people to see that the local leaders support Fred. 22 mayors in Congressional District 6 have endorsed Fred Costello. To the best of my knowledge, not one mayor has endorsed either one of my opponents. Pam Bondi, the state attorney general. How many of you know who Pam Bondi is? A few of you. She's the one that has been fighting the opioid issue. She's suing Big Pharma. She's the one that fought the oil spill. She fights for us. She's fighting the human trafficking. Pam Bondi has endorsed me. I'm telling you that the leaders who know what's going on realize we need to send somebody to Washington who cares more about us than my future. I believe in term limits. I will do a maximum of 8 years. I believe that once you've been elected, you should never be able to be a paid lobbyist. I believe you should never be able to have a pension if you're elected. I believe it is a citizen legislature, and we need to send people who have their own income to go do something, come back home. So I ask you to contact your friends, donate what you can, take a sign. Our website is fredforus.org. That's the number 4. Fred, the number 4us. You'll see details about all these plans. There's about 15 items on healthcare there. Things, buying insurance across state lines, telemedicine, buying drugs from any country. You know, let's get around the big pharma having the hold on what the government will let them do as far as selling. So I'm asking for your help, because together we can have one of us go to Washington instead of somebody from Jacksonville or somebody from Washington or somebody from Orlando as it used to be. We want to send one of us. God bless you. I look forward to your help. Let's give it up for our next mayor of Deltona, Santiago.